Hello and welcome to another Pilates workout with me. I kind of posted that last one on a little bit of a whim and it actually ended up getting a little bit of traction, so I'm very stoked about that. So we're going to start posting every Sunday night for a little workout. So this workout actually does involve some dumbbells. You do have some options here. Obviously, you can just use no dumbbells. If you do have dumbbells, maybe go between 1 and 2 kilos. And then if you do want to have that weight but you don't have dumbbells, I would suggest just getting 2 cans, like maybe of like crushed tomatoes or something like that, like, you know, the 500-gram tins, because I feel like that's good enough. We're going to start today in a child's pose. So just take your knees nice and wide. You're going to reach your fingertips towards the top of your mat. You're going to let your chest sink down as far as you can here. Just taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. Letting it all out through the mouth. We're going to take 2 more breaths just like this. Each time you exhale, think about your chest sinking a little bit deeper. Breathing in and out. From here, we're just going to walk those hands over to the left. Place that right palm over left hand. Just taking a little moment here to feel that nice stretch down the right side of the body. Keeping your head down, just walk those hands through center over to the other side now. Just take a little moment here to settle into your mat. And then from here, just walking those hands back through center. We're going to shift our weight forward into our hands. Just place our hands underneath our shoulders. And then from here, we're just going to drop the belly to the mat. Eyes go up to the sky. Reversing the curve now, look towards your belly button. We're just going to take these shapes in our own time this morning. I always say this morning, but actually you could be watching this or doing this at any time. All right, we're going to take 1 more in each shape. And then from here, just meet back in a neutral spine. Now from here, we're going to send our bum back all the way into that child's pose. And then this time we're going to roll forward. You want to think about your head being the last thing to come up here as our hips sink down to the mat. At the end here, look up to the sky. You reverse this curve, really curve up through the spine before coming back to that child's pose. It's almost like an exaggerated version of that cat-cow we just did. Coming all the way forward here, taking your time, and then curving as you come back. All right, on our next one, we're going to come all the way forward. We're going to hold here. Just going to start to sink into our left hand. Let that left hip fall into the mat. Moving through center over to the other side now. Last time, just move back through center, tuck those toes, pike those hips up into a downward facing dog. And then once we get here, we're just going to really dig into our heels, send our chest towards our thighs. Taking a nice deep breath here. And then when you're ready, start to pedal those heels, moving from left and over to the right. Left and right. Really nice. We're going to take 4 more just like this. In 3, both heels can meet the mat. In 2, last 1. From here, both heels come down. We're going to bring our right knee into chest. We're going to step our foot down into a lunge. We're going to keep our left leg where it is. Stretch this right arm up to the sky. And then as you come down, I want you to place this hand behind the head. Tap this right elbow onto left hand. Reach up to the sky. And tap back down. We're going to take 2 more just like this. After your next tap, you can hold that arm up to the sky. Holding up here, just start to circle through this wrist. Reversing the circle now. From here, we place that hand back down on the mat. We're going to send this leg up into a three-legged dog. Take a little moment here to feel that stretch down the left leg, and then place it back down on the mat. We're going to go left now, so that left knee comes into chest. Place it down in that lunge, and then we're sending that left arm up to the sky this time. Really look up towards your fingertips, feel that twist, and then as you come down, hand goes behind the head, tap down. We lift it up, and we tap it down. Perfect. Two more. On your next tap, you can hold it up at the top. Look up towards those fingertips, push up and out of that right hand, start to circle through that wrist. Reversing now. And then from here, we're placing that hand all the way back down. You swing that leg up into a three-legged dog. And then we place that foot back down. From here, we're going to sit into this stretch one final time. We're going to rise up to our tippy toes. We're going to tippy toe walk all the way up to our hands. Take a little forward fold here. Slightly bend through our knees now. Roll up through the spine, taking a big shoulder roll at the top. Okay, from here, we are going to hold on to our weights. We're just going to have one in each hand. And then from here, we're going to use our right leg first. We're going to step out into a lunge. We're going to keep our weight forward over our heel. And then as we stand up, I want you to keep your weight in that heel. So I want you to think about a really light right leg. We're stepping down and we're coming back up. All right, so we're going to take 6 like this, really focusing on that heel so that we can get that glute to fire up. In 4, we're going to start to add a bicep curl at the top. Starting nice and slow today. On your next one, we're going to add a bicep curl as we stand up. Elbows stay tight into the body. Palms are going to face each other. Perfect. All right, tiny little pause at the bottom, and we come back up. We're trying to get that right knee to kiss the mat, and we're keeping that slight hinge forward as we lunge. All right, now in 4, we're going to hold it down, and we're just going to take these curls. In 3. In 2. Last one, you're holding it down. Can you get a little bit lower here? We're curling up and lowering down. Check for me, are your shoulders rolled back? We're not going to hunch. Think about your shoulders away from ears here. We've just got 5. In 4, we stay low. In 3, 2, last one. You're taking tiny pulses. Keep those arms long. For 6, 5. In 4, you stay down. In 3, 2, 1. From here, we're going to bring our knee up. Arms go overhead. And then we're stepping back down to that lunge. We're lifting up. And we're tapping back down. Keep your weight over this heel. That is your main focus. Really good. We're going to take 5 more just like this. In 4, I'm going to get you to hold that leg up. In 3. Final 2. Last one, you're holding it up. Now from here, we're going to go through here. Bend through your left knee, stretch your right leg out to the back. Your arms should be in line with your legs. You come all the way back through, you lift this knee up. So your right leg's not going to tap down anymore. It goes out to the back, and it comes all the way back in. Slight bend in that left leg so we can feel that stability. Really good, guys. This one's a really hard one to balance, so take it slow. It is not about how many reps you do here. It's just about how well you do it. All right, we've only got 2 more like this. Oh, it's hot. All right, on your next one, you're gonna hold this leg out to the back. Slightly bend through that left knee. We're tapping and we're lifting. Your arms are gonna push back like you're taking a tricep extension. Your arms should be on fire just like your left leg. All right, we have 5. In 4, we're holding this leg up for a final pulse. In 3, 2, last 1. Tiny pulse of the leg, the arms stay still. 6, 5. In 4, step to your lunge. In 2, in 1. Step back to your lunge. Drop that back knee, untuck back toes. Bring these hands down and then send that left leg out to the back. Now from here, you're going to think about pushing up and away from those dumbbells. Your core is on. And as you lift, you're thinking about that lower back staying nice and still. Point through your toe, lift this leg up, and then tap it back down. We're lifting up, and we're tapping back down. So your left leg is working now. Now, while you're here and you're not doing anything with these arms, I want you to think about even weight in both your hands. We're not going to sink over to the right. We're going to push up and away from the mat. All right, now in 2, if you want to make this a little bit more challenging, we're going to start to take a row with this right arm. So as our leg lifts, our right arm's coming up. I want your dumbbell to be up at your hip, your elbow coming past your waist. You tap back down. You're lifting back up, and you're tapping back down. Really good. We're going to take 5 more just like this. In 4, we're holding it up at the top. Final 3. Looking good. Keep moving here for 2. Hold your next one up for me. Your leg is going to stay still. Your arm is extending out to the back and squeezing back in. We are not swinging. Think about your hand holding onto a TheraBand, and there's tension as you go back, and then you let it come back in. We've got 4 like this. Really push up and away from this left hand now. As we start to get tired, we're going to tend to sink. We have 2. On your next one, you hold it out. You're going to turn your palm up to the sky. You're going to take tiny little pulses here. We have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holy moly. Whew. I am sweating. Terrible, terrible choice. Actually, lovely choice of location. It is stunning, but it is boiling hot. I don't know why, but the upstairs part, this is my parents' house. The upstairs part of my parents' house here is like I'm not even exaggerating, like 5 degrees hotter than the rest of the house. It's horrendous. Anyways, that's enough of a break. We're going to grab hold of these weights. We're going to have our knees just underneath our hips. We're going to have these dumbbells resting on our shoulders. From here, we're coming down, and every time we lift, we're going to add a little shoulder press at the top. We come down and up. Now, as you take these half squats, you're going to have your bum hover over your heels. You're not going to sit back on your heels. Think about your bum going to the back of your mat rather than the ground. We're coming up and down like this. We're going to keep going. We're going to take 5. In 4, we're going to have both arms come up. In 3. In 2. Last 1. Both arms now. We lift and lower. Up and down. We're going to think about closing through the ribs. We're going to think about slightly tucking that pelvis as we come up. Really good. In 6, we're holding it up. 5. In 4. 3. 2. Last 1. You're holding it up. We're just going to alternate these shoulder presses now. All right, we're taking 8. In 7, both arms stay up. 6. In 5. 4. 3. 2. Last 1. Now from here, we're bending through these elbows. We're going to take tiny little pulses here for 8, 7, 6, 5. In 4, they stay here. In 2, in 1. We open and close. 8. In 7, we hold it open. In 6. In 5. 4. 3. 2. Hold it open here. Tiny pulses like you're punching the sky. Up and up. We have 8. In 7, we're going to go all again. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're resetting. Down, up, down, and up. We have 6. In 5, both arms up. In 4, 3, in 2, 1. If you're dripping with sweat, so am I. We have 6, 5, 4. In 3, you hold it up. In 2, last 1. Just those single arms now. Your bum stays still. We have 8. In 7, we're holding those arms up. 6, 5. In 4, 3, 2. Last 1. You're bringing these arms down. Tiny little pulses here, just for 8, 7, 6. In 5, we open and close. Almost there. We have 2, 1. Open, close for 8. In 7, final pulse. In 6. So good. We just have 4. In 3, 2. Last 1. Little pulses here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my God. Okay, from here, stretching out those wrists, giving your arms a little shake out, whatever you want to do. If you need a drink, you go for it. If not, we're going to come up into this downward facing dog. We're going to rise up to those tippy toes again. We're going to tippy toe walk all the way up to our hands. Just take a nice little forward fold here. Hold on to each opposite elbow. Just let your head, your neck, your shoulders fall nice and heavy. Maybe just letting yourself sway. Just taking a little moment to recover. And then when you're ready, if you have your weights handy, hold on to them. We're going to roll all the way up through the spine, taking a big shoulder roll at the top. And unfortunately, we do have 2 legs, so we have to do that left leg now. So we're going to hold on to those dumbbells. We're going to roll our shoulders back. As we come forward, we're going to keep those shoulders back. We come forward towards that right heel, and then we're going to dig into this right heel as we come back up. We're coming down and up, down and up. All right, so we just have 5 more like this. In 4, we're going to start to add that bicep curl. In 3, take this little chill moment while you've got it. In 2, on your next one, you can start to add that bicep curl. Think about those elbows staying nice and tight towards your body. And just think about your elbows staying still. It's just your forearms coming up and down. All right, we've got 5. In 4, we're holding that lunge. In 3, final 2. On your next one, we hold it down. You just take these arms. Your left knee is trying to kiss the mat. We have 6. In 5, we're taking those pulses. In 4, don't come up. You know how short this is. In 3, 2, last 1. Nice and long with these arms. Down and down. Dig into this right heel so that glute can really fire up now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're coming all the way up into this nice big knee drive. Arms come up and overhead. All the way back down into this lunge. All the way up and all the way down. Now, as your arms come up overhead, think about long neck, shoulders away from ears, and then you come down nice and strong. Drill down into that right leg and feel like you're getting pulled up by the head, so you're making a really long position. All right, now in 3, we're going to start to add that little balancing challenge. You are so strong. Here we go. We lift all the way up. Come through, let that toe hover. Stretch these arms out to the back. You come in, you lift. If you're struggling with the balance, bend through your right knee more. Keep your gaze on something still in front of you and go slow. It is not a race. Now, I think most of us are going to start forgetting about our arms because our legs are on fire. You're pushing those arms up. Up, 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 and then it comes through. Think about your triceps turning on here. Not like we don't have enough to think about right now. All right, we have 2 more like this. Really hope you're dying as much as I'm dying. We're holding this leg out to the back here. Bend through that right knee a little bit more. You're tapping and lifting this leg. These arms are stretching out long. My triceps are quivering. We have 5, 4. In 3, those final pulses. In 2. Last 1. Little pulse, just the leg, no arms. 6, 5, 4, 3, oh my God, 2, 1. Oh gosh, come back down to that lunge. Oh my God, I'm dying. Hands come down. Send that right leg out to the back. Okay. Even weight in both hands is the focus here. We're lifting all the way up. And we're tapping back down. We're going to keep that left hip supported. Keep your gaze at the top of your mat. Try not to let yourself hang and look towards your thighs. I just ate my necklace. Stunning. All right, now in 5, we're going to start to add that little row. Really think about pushing up and away from this right hand to get us started. In 2. On your next 1. Holding it up, you're lifting this left arm, dumbbell comes to the hip, and you're coming forward with that arm at the end. Lift it up and come down. You're going to think about your shoulder blades squeezing in to lift this left arm, and then you're tapping it back down. All right, we have 5. In 4, we hold it up for those triceps. Final 3. Last 2. Final 1 here, holding it up. Now you're squeezing it out and you're coming back in. Think about that TheraBand, out and in. We're not swinging it out. We're thinking about it controlling and squeezing. 4. In 3, we hold it out for that pulse. In 2. Last 1. Turn your palm, take tiny little pulses here. We have 6. Keep that right leg still. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, perfect. So we can get rid of those weights. We don't need them for the rest of class. Thank God, you say. From here, we are going to lay on our sides. So I'm going to lay on my left side and use my right leg first. So I'm going to be facing you. I'm going to be on my left forearm. I'm going to have my legs so that they're like a little triangle. So my heels are in line with my bum. When I'm on my forearm here, I'm thinking about pushing up and away from the mat, almost like I have a side plank going on here. So I don't want to see anyone sinking in towards the mat and making this curve in the ribs. Think about having a nice straight line from hip up to your armpit. Your elbow and your shoulder should be in line with each other. And from here, I'm going to get you to just keep your hand either on your hip or in front of you here. Okay, so as you lift this knee up, I'm going to think about my right hip staying nice and still. I'm opening this knee as much as I can without coming back onto my bum cheek like this. So we're going to keep everything really nice and still. We're just opening and closing. We're opening and we're dropping it back down. So you should really feel it in these little muscles around your bum and around your hips. All right, so a little tiny pause at the top and then we come back down. We're really thinking about the left side of our body and we're dropping back down. All right, so we've got 5 more just like this. Literally have sweat in my eyeball. Now in 3, we're going to hold it open at the top. Final 2. Hold this next one open. Now from here, we're going to let our toes separate. Our knees are going to kiss together. So think about your toes going up to the sky. We're not going to sink like this. We're going to keep everything nice and still. And then we're going to bring our toes back together. Knee goes apart. Knees come together. And now our toes. Knees. Now toes. All right, we're taking 8 like this. This is nice and slow and controlled. The more mind to muscle connection you have with this one, the better it's going to be. 5 more. In 4, you're going to keep your knee open. In 3, 2, last 1. Now from here, we're going to extend our leg out. We're going to come back in, out, and in. Now as you come in, I want you to picture me pushing your knee back as you come in. I don't want you to let it come in as it opens. All the way in. All right, we have 4. In 3, we're keeping that leg long. In 2, push up and out of this left arm. Last 1. You're going to take tiny little pulses here, just for 6. In 5, you can roll on your back. In 3, 2, 1. Oh my. Roll on your back. Hug those knees into chest. Have a little moment. And then when you're ready, you're going to be placing your feet down on the mat. Now you have the option here to keep your hands down by your side, firmly pressing your palms into the mat. If not, we're going to have our arms up above our head. So it's totally up to you what you want to do. If it becomes too much here with your arms up, you can always just place them back down. Keeping these arms up, we're going to think about our shoulders rolling back into the mat. Dig into your heels here, roll up through the spine, come up into a nice big glute bridge. And then as you come down, you're digging into those heels, curve through the spine, reverse that peel. So we're coming all the way up. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you come down, let it all out through the mouth. All right, take this as a little active recovery. We're taking 5 more. In 4, we're going to hold it up at the top and add a little combo. In 3. You're doing so well. We're actually so close to being at the end of class. Just smash through this last little bit. On your next one, we're holding up. From here, a combo is going to be lift your hips like this. We're going to lift both of our heels at the same time, drop both of our heels, and then we're dropping our bum. So we're going to lift your heels, drop the heels, drop the bum. Lift heels, drop heels, and lower. Lift, heels, drop. You've got it. We're taking 6 like this. As you lift your heels, you're going to feel your glutes activate. Really hold on to that little glute activation as you lower and drop the hips. In 3, we're going to hold it up and we're just going to take those heels. In 2. On this next one, we're just lifting and lowering. Lifting and lowering. We have 6. In 5, you're going to hold these heels up. We have 3, 2, last 1. From here, we're going to keep that left heel where it is. We're going to extend that right leg up to the sky. Your hip stays nice and high. From here, you're going to cross that right heel over your left thigh. You're going to drop everything down and lift back up. Your left heel is high here. We drop and we lift. Drop and lift. We've got 6. In 5, we hold it up. In 4, 3, oh my God. In 2, last 1, you're holding it up. Tiny pulses here. Lift and lift. We have 6. In 5, you hold it up. In 3, 2, 1. Lift this leg up. Place it just your toes down, heels are lifted. Extend that left leg up to the sky. Cross it over that right ankle. We drop and lift. Drop and lift. We're going to push up as high as we can into that right glute. 5 here. In 4, we're going to hold it up and take that pulse. In 3. In 2. Last 1. You hold it up. Little tiny pulses here. For 6. 5. In 4, you hold it up. In 2. In 1. Extend. Place it down. Your heels are still lifted. Get a little bit higher up in that bum. Little tiny pulses here. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my God. All right, guys, have a little moment here, and then when you're ready, you're going to roll over so that you're on the other side of your clam shells. So that means I'm on my right forearm now. Thinking about my elbow underneath my shoulder, placing my palm firmly into the mat, and then my heels are in line with my bum. All right, now from here, we're keeping our left hip nice and still. Think about that side plank feeling in the side of the body here. All right, now from here, we're going to open this left hip all the way up, and we're dropping it back down. This hip stays still. We're opening that knee as much as we can, and then we drop it back down. Okay, really good. We're going to take 5 more just like this. In 4, we hold that knee open. In 3, final 2, last 1. Now from here, those toes separate, the knee comes in, and then it's the toes kissing. Kiss those knees, kiss those toes. If you're not feeling it, I want your toes to go even higher up to the sky, and then open that knee as much as you can. The more you exaggerate each movement, the more you're going to feel it in your rotators. All right, we have 5. In 4, you can hold that knee open. In 3, final 2, last 1. You hold it open. Your leg extends, it comes back in. You go out and in. We have 6. Yes, you can. This is the last little stretch for your little legs. We have 3. Last 2. Last 1. Take those tiny little pulses. Yes, you can. Do not drop your leg. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, good Lord. All right, tiny, tiny, tiny little ab sequence, and then we are going to have a little stretch together. So from here, just place your feet down on the mat. You're going to come all the way back with these arms. If you want to add the weights here, you can. I'll do it with the weights just so you can see. If not, you are just going to have it the exact same thing, just no weights. So arms are overhead. We're going to come all the way up, curl through the spine, come all the way up to a nice big sit-up, curl through the spine to come down through that C-curve, and then we roll down, arms go all the way back overhead. We come all the way up, we curl through the spine, and then we come all the way down. All right, so we're only going to take 4 more just like this, then we're going to add on. I really want you to emphasize this C-curve here before you come all the way down. Perfect. On your next one, you're going to hold it up at the top for me. Now from here, all we're going to do is go down into that C-curve, extend all the way back up. C-curve, and pack up. All right, we're taking 5 more. In 4, we're going to hold it down in that C-curve. In 3. Final 2. Hold your next 1. Now from here, we're lifting our arms up to the sky, and we're coming back down. We're holding this little C-curve. Up and down. 5. In 4, you're going to keep your arms down. In 3. 2. Last 1. From here, we're coming all the way up. We take a little crossover with these weights over to the right. We come up and left. Lift and drop. Up and drop. So we're still coming halfway down. We're just taking that little tiny twist. All right. We have 2 more in each direction. God, this is hard with the weights. Up and down. Last time, down. From here, come back through center. All we're doing is opening and closing. We just have 6. In 5, you're done. In 4, holy moly. 3, 2, last 1. Oh, wow. Drop those weights. That was brutal. All right, from here, I want you to just place your feet down on the mat, but I want you to take them as wide as, or even like a little bit wider than your mat. Just cactus through those arms so the backs of your hands are on the mat. Feel free to close over your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in As you exhale, just let your knees rock over to the side here on the right. Just let your head fall in the opposite direction. If you want to add that little bit of an extra stretch, we're going to pop that right ankle over left knee. Pull that left knee down a little bit further. Think about your left shoulder melting into the mat. Just continuing to focus on your breath, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. From here, I'm going to get you to keep that right ankle crossed over. Just bring that left thigh back through center and then hug this shape into chest for a nice figure four stretch. Think about your left. If I know my lefts and rights, my right knee staying nice and wide. Taking 2 more deep breaths here. Final one. Releasing this stretch now. Just take those feet nice and wide again. Go back to that cactus. This time it's your left going all the way over. Letting your head fall over to the right. And then when you're ready, just popping that left ankle over the top of right knee. Having that little stretch here. Just taking this little moment in your day. A bit of stillness. Being present in this moment. And from here, just bring that right thigh back through center. Hug that shape in towards your chest for that nice big glute stretch with your left now. Just focusing on your breath here for 2 last breaths, breathing in and out. Last time, breathing in and out. This time you're going to hug your knees into chest. Just take a few rock and rolls up into a cross-legged position. From here, we're just going to take our arms up and overhead. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, just bring those palms through heart space. Take a nice big shoulder roll with me. You guys are all done. Have a lovely day.